Okay, today is Tuesday, October 12th, and I'm here doing another live. Uh, I almost didn't make it. I literally just finished a punishment hearing about 15 minutes ago and made it back to the office, so here I am. Uh, I had mentioned something in an earlier uh, blog, video talking about common offenses charged on holidays, and someone asked me to go a little bit more in depth into that. So it's not, a great, exciting topic, but it's certainly something that we do measure and take note of. So, it kind of depends on the holiday, and if it's an event, it depends on the type of event that's happening on the island or in the county. So Thanksgiving is coming up, uh, which is a holiday weekend. On Thanksgiving weekends, we typically see a slight increase in two types of cases. One is alcohol involved, you know, driving while intoxicated, that type of stuff, because a lot of people get together, and when the family all gets over, they start drinking for Thanksgiving and everything, and then later drive home or go somewhere and get pulled over and get a DWI. So uh, the other increase we see over a holiday weekend like Thanksgiving is domestic violence cases. As some of you know, sometimes family members don't get along too well. And so when they all get together for a family event, things can happen, and it sometimes leads to fighting, and the police are called. So, that's kind of one we see for Thanksgiving. It's kind of the same for Christmas. Uh, the same two types of offenses again, because many times families get together for big events, uh, and there's alcohol, and then maybe some family members that don't get along, uh, and it happens. Definitely for New Year's, it's just a spike in intox cases. There's a couple. Usually, it happens more in other parts of Texas. We don't see it that much here on Galveston, but there is some. Always, sometimes people shooting guns instead of fireworks. Same thing at the 4th of July. Uh, and you'll see some gun cases get charged as a result. 4th of July is also a big intoxication weekend. They usually put extra officers out on patrol, specifically for DWI task force type operations. Same thing on certain event weekends, like the biker rally. Uh, most most of the cases we see come out of the biker rally are also intoxication cases. There are occasionally some fights and whatnot, and they're typically between strangers, but it's not anything that's out of control. It's more alcohol-related cases that we see after the biker rally. Same thing with like Jeep Weekend or Go Topless Weekend over on Crystal Beach. It's mainly intoxication cases. Only on that weekend, it's more of a broad range. They'll do a lot of minors in possession of alcohol, a lot of public intoxications, obviously DWIs. People sometimes forget that the beach is basically a highway, and so if you're on the beach and driving while intoxicated, you can pick up a DWI on the beach. I'm trying to think what other big events we have that we see an increase in cases. So there's Dickens, which nothing. Dickens is a lot more family oriented. Uh, that that involves less alcohol and whatnot. What I'm trying to think what event weekends I'm missing. I mean, I hit the big ones. Uh, there have been, I guess, a couple of times there were unscheduled events on Galveston. one, with the slab cars that I guess the city of Galveston tried to get on top of that. I think it resulted in a lot of traffic citations for vehicles with illegal equipment, maybe, but we didn't see a lot of arrests out of that. But like I said, when Mardi Gras, I don't know when, if it's coming back this year or next year or not. Mardi Gras is another big intoxication weekend where you see a lot of cases filed for intoxication things. But so basically, I guess the common theme is if it's a big holiday weekend or an event that has a lot of people drinking alcohol, then we see a lot of alcohol related arrests that weekend. If it's an event that gets family together, then we see an increase in assault cases between family members, and that's unfortunate, but I'm sure you all have your stories. I can't think of much more. It wasn't a good topic day. I was too involved in that hearing across the street, so I didn't have a lot of time to go through and look at things people had sent me regarding questions or topics that they thought would be interesting. With the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, y'all be nice to your family. Don't drink too much. Certainly don't drink and then get behind the wheel. If you find yourself on the wrong side of a pair of handcuffs, we're here. And we'll certainly take care of you, but I hope you don't need us. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that for this week. It was short, and I'll try to do a better topic for next week, as long as I don't have any hearings. So I hope y'all have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next Tuesday.